Yo, what's up guys? Path of Exile 2's The Last of the Druids has been out for just under a week now, I think around 6 days, and wherever you look, there are some very strong opinions on either side. Some people love the Druid, some people really dislike the League, and some people have quit already. So I wanted to give my take on this because I think overall I'm really enjoying this League. I'm really enjoying my time in Path of Exile 2, but I do think the game has a huge problem right now that I kind of want to talk about. So as a summary, I played as a Druid, got it to around level 90. I played as a Werewolf, which was incredible. I think the Werewolf aesthetic, the moves, all that stuff was amazing. And now I'm playing as a Plant type. I'm trying to Plant type build. And that's also really, really fun. So I think the Druid's really, really good. I've done, pretty much all the endgame stuff. I've done the Arbiter of Ash. I've pretty much done the Atlas tree and the side atlases for the things I want to farm. And I've farmed a ton of maps, juiced a bunch of maps, got a bunch of loot. And I'm having and have had a really good time with the League. And I want to make it clear that I think PoE 2 is getting better and better and better, and it's in a really good spot. I think it just keeps improving, and I love this game. So I want to make it clear that this is, I am a big fan of the game. I'm just concerned about something that I see happening. So let's get into like a review, starting with the Druid, because let's get a big positive out of the way. They've smashed it. Druid is incredible. I've not had a chance to play as a bear or even a wyvern yet, but my time as the werewolf, it pretty much was everything I wanted it to be. I called my character Twilight Enjoyer. I was howling at the moon, pouncing on enemies, slashing things with ice. And generally, it was fun from level 1 all the way to like mid-80s, all the way to the end game. I can't fault it. I genuinely think the power fantasy was there, and there's nothing more I would have wanted from it. Now I'm trying the plant build and all the new plant skills. There aren't that many of them, but what there is there is really fun. Again, it works well and it clears maps. So that's good. And what I've seen of like the dragon doing really cool stuff to bosses, other people are having fun too. So that's really good because the Druid is going to be now a core part of the game. Both of the Ascendants, you have to try the Shaman and the Oracle, and they're really good. Going and finding like the hidden nodes on the Oracle is awesome. Yeah, generally really, really impressed. And as you can kind of see this as two, you can kind of see this League as two parts because they named it Last of the Druids because there's a Druid coming, and then they named it Legacy of the Vaal or whatever it's called, because there's the Vaal Temple. So it's kind of a split League, and the Druid side, I couldn't be happier with. But now let's talk about the Vaal Temple. And I mean, there are multiple reviews out there. It's broke a lot of people I've seen. They even broke Talkative Try, one of the most positive people in the community. So a lot of people are very unhappy with the Vaal Temple, and I'm not going to sit here and rage about the Vaal Temple for 20 minutes. Generally, it's bad. It's bad. From a conception idea, I think it's very good. I think the idea of building your own dungeon brick by brick, putting the rooms in, progressing. I love roguelike games. I love that kind of gameplay. So I thought it would be for me. I thought I'd love this, but it's terrible. There's no oh well, if they improve, it's terrible. It's just been designed terrible, and I know GGG are very, very, very good at making ARPGs and making leagues and making content, and something's gone wrong there because this isn't what you expect from a league mechanic. It isn't fun. You're barely in there because you have to clear like 6 maps before you can even go back in. So you're barely in there. When you are in there, it isn't fun. And then to top it off, it isn't even rewarding. So there's no point to go in there. And I've beat the bosses as well, and I don't know. It doesn't hit on any front. There's no reason to go in there, and I haven't been in there in a few days. And there's a patch coming out today. It might be out by the time this video comes out. And I'll give you an updated, talk about that. And if it's good and it's rewarding, I'll do even like some guides for it. But generally, I think it's an absolute fail. And I don't know what they're thinking releasing it in that state. And that's kind of where I want to come to next, in that half this patch is really, really good. Half of it is terrible. And I think there is a problem right now with how the early access is being developed. So if you're not aware, Graniger Games have 2 games. They've got PoE 1 and PoE 2, and they are still actively working on both. They're making leagues for both in monthly intervals. So I think it's like 3 or 4 months. 3 months they release a league for PoE 1, 3 months later a league for PoE 2, and alternating that all the time. So both groups are happy because there is a large group of PoE 1 players who don't like the second game and a large group of 2 that don't like the first, right? So they want to make both groups happy, so they're making content every few months for both audiences. And the big problem is they have said multiple times that for them, they are setting them, because they had a few missed deadlines and a few late deliveries early on. So they've said we are now setting a time limit. We are setting these cycles. We will release the league. Regardless of what state it's in, we will make sure we get you a league. And I think that is doing them really bad. I think that is a huge problem that is negatively impacting the game. I mean, you can look at, I'm not going to show Steam charts, but everything's in decline. And people are showing, oh, the game's dying. It's not. It's a league. You always have a peak at the start, and there's always a slow fall off. But that just means the first week of the league is most people's first impression. There is a free weekend, so people get that impression there. So it doesn't matter how much post-league patches you start filtering back in and improving on. If this is great in a month, okay, most people aren't going to see it. You know, most people are gone by then. And this is where I think their big problem is. It's that they are releasing things not finished or not implemented, and they're making themselves under that pressure. We're not pushing them to release a league in December. If it goes to January, some people are going to complain, but complainers complain. Let it happen. If it's not ready, push it back, right? Like last league, we were supposed to get the Druid. It was expected we were getting the Druid, and they said, hey, we didn't have time to finish it, so here's what we've got. This league, we were expecting lots of big endgame changes, and they said, oh, we haven't had time. We can't get it in. So, you know, the endgame's pretty much the exact same. Sorry. Don't release it. Push it back. Wait until there is significant content and new changes before you make a new league. And I think we're falling into a trap where we're getting these leagues in an early access game. This is an early access game. They are not just making league mechanics. 3 months, 4 months, whatever, I can't remember what it is. To make a league mechanic is challenging. These league mechanics are big. They are some of the biggest mechanics you see in the ARPG industry. They're doing huge things to make these league mechanics, but they're still making the game. The game is in early access. We don't have the classes. We don't have the ascendancies. The core parts of the game still need refining, testing, tweaking. And they've put themselves under this pressure where they have to develop an ARPG in early access and make a, you know, gold standard S-tier league mechanic to keep everyone happy. And then on top of that, they're trying to squeeze that into a tiny window. And it's bad. It's not working. But I don't think this should have been a league. They should have just said, hey guys, Druid's ready. Have fun. And just release it as go play the Druid and let people have fun and experience the Druid. Because if you go in and go, hey, the Druid's out, should we go play the Druid, level a Druid, and not release the Vaal? The feedback would have been amazing. Hey, Druid's really fun. Still not really much of an endgame, but Druid's amazing. And your feedback would have been really good. Or just say, hey, big delay, it's coming out in February. It's coming out a few months delayed. And then have an absolute banger of a league mechanic. And then release that with a big ton of endgame changes that make it so that when you level to endgame, there's a new endgame there. You know, because right now, there isn't. If you haven't got to endgame yet, it's the same as last league. The temple may as well not be there. And that's just my opinion, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. Because as a player, this cycle isn't fun. It wasn't fun getting to endgame in 0.2 and realizing nothing worked, and then having to wait 4 weeks for all the patches that made everything good again. It's not been fun getting to endgame now and realizing that the temple just doesn't work. There's no reason to do it. And now we're just waiting for a patch. I know this patch isn't going to make it perfect. The patch addresses some of the problems, but there are a lot more problems than this patch coming today will fix. So it's not fun waiting for a league, getting it, and then having to sit here for what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, for all the patches to make things good again. So just wait till it's ready so we can play it when it's done. And it can't be fun for you. It can't be fun as a developer working to a really tight deadline, pushing yourself to really crunch to get these deadlines that you've set yourself to get out the league and get out a new league every few months for it to like not be finished. And then you have to blow over into the next league's time period to patch back to make it fun. Like, how long are they going to be patching this Vaal Temple to make it fun? How long are they going to be like trying to push some endgame changes in to give people some of an endgame so they stick around? That could be spent doing the next season's league. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're like just going, oh, it needs to be out today. Just finish it. Just give us something. And they're just, okay, well, we haven't really checked if the rewards, just it needs to be done for tomorrow. Oh, okay, well, it kind of works. I don't know if that's going on or if they're just like doing these league resets to give people something to grind again. But I don't think it works. Fubgun's still going to have a headhunter on day one. The casual player is still going to burn out in Act 3. Just make the game when it's ready and we'll enjoy it. Don't put yourselves under the deadline to release half-finished content or release like half leagues, because I don't think anyone's enjoying that when it doesn't work. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I've rambled a bit too much, maybe some of this isn't clear, and maybe it's extremely biased from my point of view. So let me know what you think. What's been your experience? Have you leveled a druid? What did you think of it? Have you been living in the new league mechanic, and have you really enjoyed it? Or are you just doing abysses like last league, like me? Yeah, what's your thoughts? Have you played a non-druid character, and what's your experience been there? I'm really curious what people think about this, because you can only see your friends, how they're doing, and you can only see like what other creators are talking about when they release videos or streams. So I'd really like to hear what like you guys think, like the players who are playing the game. What's your experience been? Do you relate to any of this? I won't be able to reply to everyone, but I do read all the comments. So yeah, let me know. I'm really curious, but that's it. Hopefully not too negative. I just wanted to get this thing out here because it's bugging me, and I know this league will be fun in a few weeks. I know the game is continuously getting better, and I'm having fun playing the game. I'm not quitting. I'm going to keep playing the game. I'm enjoying it, but I'm enjoying the game knowing it's the same as last league, right? I'm enjoying it, but I enjoyed last league too. I'm just playing the exact same as last league, but on a druid. So it's still fun, but weird league. But that's the video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.